continue. Next subject. Erecting HaShem's dwelling. Okay. So all of these mitzvahs, all of the 39 Melachas, are connected to the construction of Mishkan in the tabernacle, right? They call it tabernacle in a desert. Okay. So meaning in some sense, like the Torah call it dwelling place of Hashem. Of course, Hashem cannot be contained in anything. As soon as we say that, talking about any dimensions, you already limiting Hashem. So of course, I mean he's above the space, above everything. But let's see. Our Holy Sforim tells us, however, that this boundless joy is a conditional on work we invest to preparing for Shabbos. In Shmos 20 verses, I'm not sure what does it mean. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe it's typo. I don't know. In the Shmos chapter 20. I don't want to. Maybe verse 10. I don't know. The Torah states, 6 days you shall labor and do all of the work, melachas, right? And then on the 7th day it will be Shabbos. The Torah repeats the same theme several places. Okay, the work defines life. As man views and loves work, he views and loves life. The nations whose basic requirement are material essentially understand work as a physical exhaustion to attain physical needs. The Jewish needs, however, are divine, and therefore we define Melachah, right, as one of the 39 conscious, intelligent, creative acts employed to build HaShem's Mishkan. Okay, so before we continue, let's understand what it says here. So again, from the beginning, we're going to explain. The Holy Sforim tell us, however, that the boundless joy conditional on the work we invest preparing for Shabbos. So as we said in even to commentary to the previous verse, so in order to enjoy Shabbos, you have to work the 6 days very hard, do whatever you do, right? And then only then and prepare for Shabbos, like spiritually and physically. You buy food, you prepare the food, you prepare the place. Right, even if the whole place is a mess, like the whole house is a mess, but that table, at least, like the dinner table, should be in a nicer room. If you cannot afford to paint the whole apartment, just paint that place. So you would you feel the atmosphere, something very, very good. But you invest in enjoyment of Shabbos. You buy the clothes to the wife, whatever she needs, right? So she would. Women like the clothing, though, so which is very good. I mean, it's very inexpensive way to make somebody happy, right? Very good, right? Buy her clothing. So and with this preparation, when you wearing this clothing only once a week, when you eat this special food only once a week, when you have this special study of Torah with your family around the dinner table, only. Hopefully more than one of us, but maybe it's special, like that. Learn something different. Not whatever you learn during the week, something different, right? Right. So in Shmos chapter 20, the Torah says 6 days you shall labor, right, and do all your work, right, Melachah. And then on the 7th day will be Shabbos. So Melachah. So when the Melachah is a work, but it's not work. The Torah repeats the same theme several times. So 6 days you can work. On 7th day you cannot work. Rest from what? From Melachah. So work defines life, right? So meaning, as I said in my office, I never understood this concept. But I heard from several non-Jews, and looks like when we're talking with somebody else, and I was I heard it or heard I first could not believe it is true, but then I understood it is true. So many people they were non-Jews, they were afraid to retire, not because they don't have money. They have more than enough money, maybe for a few generations, right? But more than enough to retire. But they were afraid that they're going to die because there's nothing else to do, like unless you travel non-stop from place to place. So you busy yourself. So you basically your life is useless. You don't have anywhere to go. So basically you're going to die. So and this smart people. One of these people he told me I'm Lebanese. I said, you Lebanese? Yeah. I mean, maybe he came to the States when he was a child. He's a Lebanese Christian, very smart guy, very smart. And another is I think he's German. I think, right? Originally from Germany, also like top guys, and smart. And they were afraid to retire. It's very interesting. Okay. Right, but for us, so for non-Jews, that's the work define life, right? If they work, they mean they live, right? A man views and loves work. He views and loves life, right? The nations whose basic requirement are material, so meaning that all of the non-Jews, they don't have the spiritual soul that Jew possess. So it is absolutely normal for them to strive to material, right? There is no problem with that. I mean, right? If they don't steal and they make money and they work 3 jobs and they want to buy some yacht or like I don't know, like speedboat or something, let them buy. What is the problem? Okay, there is no problem. Material and essentially, understand work as a physical exertion to attain the physical needs. So it's very clear description of work, some physical exertion to attain the physical needs. Right, physical exertion to attain the physical. So the more you work, the more money you have, the better you can spend it. Or I mean, the more you can buy. The Jew needs, however, a divine. So that's why other people don't understand why we do whatever we do, right? How, like, instead of watching TV, we learn books, like laws, like how many times you're going to, how many the laws? I saw the Jewish library, it's huge. Did you read all of the books? So that's all of the typical question. I said not all of them, but most of them. Whoa, of course. Right, of course, I said a joke. I did not read most of them, but if I would read, watch CV has for Shalom, so of course we're not going to have time to complete even half of the book, right? We don't have forget about complete even brain capacity. The Jews need, however, a divine. Therefore, we define Melachah, so this word, as one authority, conscious, intelligent, creative. So here's a definition of Melachah. We're going to give it again when we start the book, but so far is conscious, intelligent creation, creative acts, employed to build HaShem's Mishkan. So meaning Melachah is something that you do with intent. That's exactly you want to do. Right, with intelligent, right, creative. So it creates something new, right, or do some creative activity, and employ and build of HaShem's Mishkan. So meaning what? So in many times when we say something is not allowed, it's rabbinical, right? Why? Because person would do something not for creating activity. Example. What is the example? Turn off the light. Right, turn on the light. It's not a creative activity. It's actually destroying, right? And even if we say the light is a fire. So if you can see that what is the definition of extinguishing in the terms of the building on the mission, it had nothing to do with it was for creative purpose, from creative purpose, to create charcoals. Right? It has nothing to do with turn off the light. I'm not creating anything when I turn off the light. Okay, so but all of these are rabbinical. Okay, so now we have a little glimpse what we're going to see, what we're going to learn. After the Almighty miraculously made His nation in Egypt and gave to us His Torah at Sinai, our prime concern was not food and shelter, Hashem supplied with the manna, the well, with the manna, the well, and the clouds of glory, but erected his dwellings. After we became a people, our very first obligation was to make divine physical home for the Creator by doing the divine physical work He commanded us, the physical act to achieve divine goal. And this has remained our eternal calling. Literally, our every thought, word, and act must be done in accordance with His will, as found in His Torah, in order to transform each earth into HaShem's dwelling. So that's very powerful thoughts. So let's review again, and we're going to explain. Again, after the Almighty miraculously made us a nation in Egypt, right? So meaning what? That we came to Egypt in 70 people, right? And when before the Exodus, it was I don't know how many. I mean, there are different opinions. How many millions? But like how many people die? So some people say 80% die. So 80% is 15 millions, 20 millions. I don't know, 100 millions. Like a lot of millions of people from 70 souls, right? So for sure, it's a great miracle that Hashem made the nation, right? Gave us Torah at Sinai. Okay. Our prime concern was not food and shelter. So Hashem said, I want you for these 40 years to be in yeshiva, to work on your spirituality. Right? So that's why people in yeshiva, they usually, rabbis do not like when people work. Right. So I mean, if you work in yeshiva, yeah, there is not problem. But to go outside, it's not right, because a person is going to lose his or her concentration. Right, so when we were in the desert, so the primary purpose was spiritual. Right, we have all the physical things taken care of. We have all of these clouds of glory. We had food, water supply, everything. Right, so the only job we had is erecting His dwelling. So as soon as we got the Torah, what do you mean we got the Torah? As soon as when Moshe Rabbeinu came second time with luchas, with these tablets. So he came, it was Yom Kippur, right? And he said to the nations, right, the instruction from Hashem, start building a temple. Very interesting, right? So as soon as we got the tablets, we got the commandment to start building a temple. After we became a people, we have very first obligation were made to divine physical home, right, of the Creator by doing the divine physical work, right? So Hashem said, create for me, right, a place in this world to live, right? To not to live, to come to you, to exist, right, among you. So Hashem wants some place because this divine must be hidden. It cannot be, the holiness cannot be in everybody's face. It must be hidden, right? So Hashem said through this physical, divine physical home, is it physical? Absolutely physical. So it says, the Parsha said how much material, how big, how tall, how wide, how thick, like holes through all of the beams, like the two holes, like rings from this side, from that side. So all of these ropes, like how thick they were, like all of these pegs. What they were made of, like all of these physical things, but they were serving the spiritual. Okay. Right. So physical acts to achieve divine goals, and that's the definition of a Jew. We do physical acts to achieve the spiritual goal, and this has remained our eternal calling. Right. So meaning to take every mundane thing, like an apple, say the blessing, right? Say the blessing and elevate this creation, right? And Hashem said, you say the blessing of this apple, and I'm going to bless everybody. What does it mean, everybody? Everybody who participated in producing this apple, right? From the farmers to the people who created metal utensils, like tractors and other things, right? So in order to work on this apple tree, right? Literally, our every thought, word, and act must be done in accordance with His will, as found in His Torah, in order to transform earth into HaShem's dwelling, right? So the only way for us to transform the world into HaShem's dwelling, right, to act exactly as His will. So He gave us clear instructions what to do every step of our life, right? From the moment person wake up until a person is taken back to where he came from, right? To the last, what is it? We do it, right? To the words of the last we do it, and what a person is supposed to think when he's leaving this world. Continue. But lo and behold, on Shabbos, the Torah tells us to cease all of the work. That is, we must refrain from erecting HaShem's place. But how is it possible? How can we be told to stop, to suspend the goal of creation? So that's a very interesting thing. So let's read again. And lo and behold, on Shabbos, the Torah tells us to cease all the work. So in that, how do we know that? Because of the juxtaposition of two verses, two ideas, and it's one of the ways how our sages they told us how we will learn Torah. If two things are juxtaposed, most likely there is connection. So first we say the verses say about erecting of this Mishkan, and then the next verses say don't desecrate Shabbos. So from that they learn, yes, the base of Mikdash, Mishkan is very important, critical to provide dwelling place for Hashem. We have to work non-stop, but no. Hashem said, you stop. It is very important for you to create the dwelling place, but I'm telling you, you have to stop on Shabbos, because Shabbos is more important than Beis HaMikdash. Guess what? Right? And as we understand, of course, we were a nation, we've been a nation for many years, like hundreds of years, thousands of years, without Beis HaMikdash. Why? Because we have Shabbos. But if we would have like a Beis HaMikdash as just like structure, maybe beautiful structure when tourists are going to come, although these naked ladies are going to come, so it's not going to be any good for an old nation. So the only thing that Jews identify by is Shabbos, right? Dwelling place is good, but we can survive until Hashem have mercy on us and rebuild it, so we can survive, right? And the same as we can survive without land of Israel. Is it holy? Absolutely. But Judaism does not depend on being in the land of Israel. Judaism is dependent on us observing Torah. Continue. The answer is, every Shabbos we attain that goal, right? So meaning to stop. True, our ultimate aim is to transform the earth into Hashem's dwelling. But just as Hashem defines His creation in terms of the week, so too our creation is determined by the week. For 6 days, our every act helps build Hashem's place. Then Shabbos comes and tells us, children, cease. You have met your week's quota, and I will come and dwell with you for more than 24 hours. We will celebrate together our Father and His children in divine embrace. It's so beautifully said. On Shabbos, every Jew experiences a microcosm of the overwhelming joy, the serenity of having lived a life that will endure forever. That's amazing. But again, in order to feel anything, like in order to right? To compare it to hear a lecture on the radio or something, like on the internet, you have to turn on the computer. You have to if it's live or something, so you have to tune in on that channel. So if you're not there, guess what? You're not going to hear it. But is it there? Is it live? Absolutely, it is live. But because so same with Shabbos. So if you're not tuned in Shabbos like during the whole week, so I mean many people I heard from some people, not many. I heard from some people, and I saw some people they could not could not hide it. So they suffer on Shabbos. They saw like they cannot wait until they can go to the cell phone, to the computer, to the cigarettes, to the other things, whatever they like, to TV probably. You understand? So that they're suffering, even though we learn in this book in a few pages that we covered, that's the biggest joy, but they do not feel. Why they do not feel? Because the impurity of the soul. But if they would clear the soul from all of the garbage on the 6 previous days, they would feel differently, right? So if you have a Shiur there and you sprinkle, I don't know what is the best perfume, I don't know, whatever very expensive perfume, is it going to smell good? No. But if you go to buy to the store a perfume, let's say, I'm just making up, right? It costs $1,000 a small bottle because it's such a famous, such amazing, smell. Like if they smell on the spray it on the Shiur, is going to smell better? I don't think so. But the problem is not the perfume. The problem is with people. They made their souls as a Shiur, and then they complain that they don't feel the holiness. Of course. And they not only don't have the holiness that is very annoying to them, right? As it says, the ignoramuses, people who do not know, they hate Talmidei Chachamim. And the Talmud says, who hate the Talmud the most, even more than these ignoramuses, they want to punch the guy, the rabbi or something, right? Even their wives. The wives is the biggest hater of the Talmidei Chachamim. Okay. So let's do this piece again. It says the answer is every Shabbos we attain this goal, right? What is the goal? True, our ultimate aim to transform the earth into HaShem's dwelling. But right, so it is true, right? Nobody denies that our goal is to transform the world into HaShem's dwelling, and as we always say, to bring His glory in this world, right? When we observe the mitzvahs. We bring the glory to this world. But just as Hashem defined His creation in terms of the week, right? In terms of the week. So too, our creation is determined by the week. Very interesting, right? Again, just as Hashem defines His creation in terms of the week, meaning that He created the world in 1 week, so too, our creation is determined by the week. For 6 days, our every act helped to build Hashem's palace, right? So with our mitzvahs, our work in doing whatever we do, right? We build Hashem's palace, meaning with Kiddush Hashem, right? Then Shabbos comes and tells us, children, cease. You have met the week's quota, and will come and dwell with you, and I will come and dwell with you. So Hashem says, stop working. And now sages teach us, when the Shabbos comes, you have to see like Friday night, like you completed everything. I completed everything. I just started. I have 3 weeks or 3 months or 3 years old just to finish it. No, you have to see it like up to now, you complete everything that you have to do. And this idea is very important to take out from our minds. All of these things that are like a thought that I have to do this or that, like how it's going to be, we have to take completely off in order to have peace of mind. And that's Hashem. I mean, He created the atmosphere for us to forget our daily things, whatever is it, right? For more than 24 hours, right? So Hashem said, at least, right, so I'm going to come and dwell with you and give you a very spiritual soul, so you can understand Torah on a very high level, right? For at least for 24 plus hours. We will celebrate together, right? 25, 26 hours. A father and his children in divine embrace. That's amazing sentence, right? Father and children in divine embrace. On Shabbos, every Jew experiences a microcosm of overwhelming joy and serenity of the living, the life that is endured forever, right? With this life that is close to Hashem. What could be better? Okay, so let me see what time is it. It's amazing. This introduction is amazing. Wow. Time flies very fast. So I just want to see who is it. Is Shmuel Elchanan Brock. I think he wrote many books. I think Shmuel Elchanan Brock. Okay. All right, so let me see if we have any questions on what we said. So I'm reusing my our bookmarks from previous book. So one mitzvah continues into another. Okay. So let's see if we have any questions. Okay. So first question. I think it's on the topic. Question about Ketoris. Since we have not yet built the third temple, and substitute Ketoris with prayers, okay. Does the prayer also ward off imminent disaster in the future like Ketoris does? Not only in the future, it's actually in the current life. So I'm going to read again, right? A question about Ketoris. Ketoris is frankincense, right? Since we have not yet built a third temple, and the substitute Ketoris with prayer. So we substitute Ketoris with prayer. It's not like we substitute. We do as much as we can. So even, for example, even in the temple is built. So it's only special people, special maybe one family that are going to prepare Ketoris. For sure I'm not going to be the one. But I also want to take part of it. Like what part? As much as I can. What I can learn about Ketoris, how to make them. As much as everything that is available, right? And this is going to be my contribution. And we had this clip that you can fulfill 613 mitzvahs today, no problem, right? No problem. You learn about Ketoris, and as all you know, I don't like to talk about this sgulas, but I think it's from Shulchan Aruch. It says to read if you read Ketoris every day, so you guaranteed to have a good day. You understand? Some good blessing just for reading. So, and some people just read Ketoris, unfortunately. But I would say read everything. If you already started, just get up, 20 minutes, 30 minutes early, and finish everything. Right? Continue. Does the prayer also ward the imminent disaster in the future, like Ketoris? I think so. Yes. I mean, if it works in today's days, right? So for sure, it's in the future is going to be like a big plus.